Hello students, it is I, Mr. Z, your art teacher, and we're going to take a look at something a little bit different today. For our lesson today, we are going to take a little look at shadow. You can get shadow. A light hits an object and it casts a shadow. We all know that. If the sun's right up above your head, there's not much of a shadow because your shadow's that little tiny thing underneath you. But shadows get longer as the sun gets lower. And so let's take a little look at shadow. Now what I have here, of course, is my sheet, and I'm going to just do a little drawing. And I thought that what I would do is have a few figures walking across the page, maybe a fence. So let me get started here. Yes, we have a large bear walking. We've had a little bit of bear drawing lessons. This bear is a mama bear. She has a cute little bow on her head. And she's taking a walk. And behind her is her, or ahead of her, let's make it behind her, is her little cub. He's looking up at us. He's, he's distracted because young things get easily distracted. So he's looking over here. You see a little bit of another foot there. So we have a mama bear, a baby bear. How about a cup of coffee? Okay, so there's three objects. I'm going to put a little fence here, maybe a hill, and maybe I'll put a fence here. There we go. There we go. There. That's a nice fence. And so we have our baby bear, our mama bear, our cup of coffee, our fence. What else can we have for an object that would cast a shadow? Let's see. If you had something barely on the horizon, let's see what we could put there. Maybe if we had a little boy that's up here, that's looking at the characters. Let's put him here. He's looking at the bears. Okay, now that doesn't look like too much class, but I think I can show you a little bit about shadow. If your sun was here, all your shadow would be being cast in this direction. So I could maybe rough it out with pencil. Basically, you'd have a cast shadow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have a shadow cast from your fence. You have shadow cast from your, and again, it follows it kind of basically follows the shape of the figure. Now, for the bear here, that would probably leave the space. And this little piece here, since above the ground, might be right about there, or right over the ground. And with baby, again, the shape is being pushed this way by the light. So, let's see what we can do with that. I think I'll start by coloring in my sun. And of course, I think I'll check and see if this video is running. It is. So we have that nice sun, and that's going to make a really big difference. Let's have blue for our shadow. That would be a good color. And since I don't see blue here, why don't we try green for our shadow? So it goes a little bit behind her. She's a little bit in the shadow. And I'm even going to make my strokes the same direction. The fence is casting a shadow. A couple other things. If your fence was orange, perhaps it would be a little bit darker on the side away from the sun. So let's try a nice orange fence. And another thing that you would probably see is the sun would be picked up on the side that the sun can get. The sun can get that side. There we have a sun, some light on the fence, and a cast shadow. Our young man here, again, has a cast shadow coming over the top of the hill, following the push of the sun. And we can even do it this way. That would be about right for Junior. There'd be a shadow right underneath too. And even the Cup of Joe. Very interesting. I'm going to put a little more color on the other critters here. And let's try that next. And I'm going to do a little bit with the light. Mrs. Bear. Minnie Bear. And again, the light's coming that way. You might see a little bit on top of her. You know, the areas that are facing the light might get some light. And don't forget, we can always smear our shadows. How about a little coffee cup here? I think that would be a nice, orange coffee cup would be nice. And the little boy, we'll give him an orange hat. And we will give him a yellow shirt. And that doesn't look like much, but it does very, very simply show you the way that shadow is cast from the source of the light. The light could be a light bulb. It could be cast upon a coffee cup sitting on a table. What I want you to remember about shadow is a very, very simple thing. It is a reflection of the shape you see. It's in dark. It follows the way that the light comes. I hope you've enjoyed this short little lesson on a little look at shadow. I am Mr. Z, and I want you to stay safe. Goodbye.